Okay, here we go. Hello everyone, this is Brenda Maida here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about serious issues. Um, I should, however, mention that I am not going to be looking at the chat quite as much. I'm not going to be acknowledging the chat quite as much. Um, I will say some things talking to the chat a little bit, but what I will say in this live stream is more so talking amongst myself rather than the chat, because this is the sort of midnight ramblings because it's 1 a.m. right now, and I really did need to talk a little bit about some things on my mind. So we're gonna start off with something that I've heard a lot go around a lot on the internet. There is this streamer on Twitch, and I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want anyone to go attacking her. Because this girl, I even attacked her at one point. I attacked this girl a little bit myself, I will admit that, because I was so mad at what she had said, what she had done. She had acted very irrationally in that clip on Twitch. She acted very harshly. She acted very insensitively. She was basically saying some things about subscribing on Twitch and how she acted was not okay. How she was acting was wrong and insensitive, but that is not why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this live stream is not to condemn anyone's actions. I think that this whole thing taught me a sort of experience that I still need to learn sometimes, and that is simply put that I tend to think of things as not okay. I tend to see people and think, oh, they're not a good person, or oh, that's a bad thing, or oh, they don't deserve forgiveness, or oh, they don't deserve to have a Twitch fan base, or like even with that girl, I thought she doesn't deserve her following if she's gonna abuse it. But then when I thought about it more, and after I did some digging on her on her via the internet, whenever I found her Twitter, whenever I found her YouTube channel, when I found everything, I saw that she genuinely was sorry and that she genuinely did feel bad. Some people say that that's debatable, that she didn't mean it, that she wasn't heartbroken by what she had said, but I feel that that's different. Because I have been bullied by some people in my life, and people have told me, oh yeah, well, this person is like, I've had people who are harsh to me in my life. There are people out there who act rather mean to me. There are people out there who don't consider how I feel. There are people out there who don't. I've had people in my life who just show nothing but no kindness or consideration to me whatsoever. People out there who I talk to on a daily basis, they just don't. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm trying to edit my stream. But this poor girl, has received absolutely nothing but hate amongst all of her supposed fans. And you may think, why are you making a video or a live stream on this girl who has just said some bad things? Well, I think that this experience taught me that you should never judge a book by its cover. Because this girl, apparently, from what I had seen, was being very challenged by a viewer on her chat. Her chat was challenging, a person in her chat was pretty much challenging her moral beliefs, and she took it very seriously, and she responded back with harsh words and very mean things that were said. People took it and they clipped it and they brought it out of proportion, and yes, by Violet, you're right, everyone deserves a second chance. And while I will say that what she had said was not at all good, while I will say yes, what she had said was absolutely terrible, and even she said there is no excuse that is good enough. There is no thing that can be said that is okay. And I know people out there are confused, but yes, I'm making this live stream honestly not to really talk about lighthearted things or whatever. I'm really just saying these things because I want you guys to know that if something were to ever happen where I were to ever get experience a controversy for things that I had ever said, if you guys were to ever think, oh, if you guys would ever find me saying something that would make you think less of me, I would be absolutely devastated. If I were to ever come into a situation where you guys would turn against me, I would feel horrible. I don't think I could live with something like that. I would probably not have this channel today if it weren't for you guys. My channel is heavily solely based on you guys. I believe I'm already one away from 600 followers on Wattpad, and I have 3,200 followers on YouTube. And I think that there comes a point in life whenever you get so used I don't know. Maybe there's just something about it that made me feel sad for this girl. I felt empathetic and I felt bad for her because I thought, what is it like for this girl who receives daily amounts of hate all the time? The poor girl must suffer through hell. She must constantly get harassment. She must constantly get nothing but hatred. And I feel like that's not okay. Because I feel as though that if you're gonna see someone who acts despicable, if you respond back with nothing but hate comments and death threats, then you're no better than them. And I personally think that fall into that category because I had posted a tweet on my Twitter saying on how bad of a person she was and how horrible she was acting when in actuality I should have taken the time to consider, hey, there's a chance that she didn't mean it. And I know that's a really stupid thing to say, but when you think about it, cause, especially because me, I'm a poster child of it. I didn't mean that. Because I will say things that I don't mean in the moment. There are things that I will say in the heat of a moment during an argument or during a very tight confrontation that I will say that are or a sort of defense mechanism. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean that I'm right. Just because you're offended or just because you're upset does not mean that you're right. That never means that. But I will say that I feel as though that I just felt terrible. I felt horrible for this girl because I felt as though that she genuinely didn't mean what she said. She was just being challenged almost. And I felt as though that she just needed someone to tell. Because I actually just found her on Instagram telling her, hey, I want you to know that um, I just felt as though that she just needed someone to tell her, hey, I'm sorry to hear that you're going through a lot. I'm sorry to hear that you're being so hated on from everything like that. I just feel terrible for her. And when people say, oh, like, people really do get blind. You're right, Spy. Once again, you're right. People get blinded by rage and just say things that don't actually make correct. I know that because I have said that I have been the victim of people who do that, who do those things, and I think that in that moment, that poor girl was just angry. She was just emotional. She wasn't thinking straight, and the poor girl just didn't think of what she was saying as hurtful. So I feel as though that I don't know. And there are people out there who think, oh yeah, if this entire fiasco for her didn't blow up the way it did, she never would have seen this in a different lighting. And I'm like, I don't think that's fair. I think that even if by some happenstance that this whole scheme, this whole scandal of her channel and her entire social media would not have happened, she probably still would have felt bad later on. But I think that I just think that the poor girl is judged and not treated well. And I made this live stream for two main reasons. One, to talk about this and tell you guys something important, but two, to thank you guys. But we'll get to that in a second. I want to especially tell you guys that no matter what, if somebody says something to you that seems really harsh or seems rather mean, think about it before you make assumptions, because I am the victim of that. I have said things that are unforgivable. You guys may not know this because I try to mask it within my channel, but I think that you guys have to understand, everybody is human. Everybody will say things that is horrible, that is horrifying to hear. Everybody does things that are just wretched. I know that because I suffer from bipolar disorder, which especially makes it harder because that means that I can get mood swings. I can shift from angry to upset to empathetic to one emotion from the next, all within the snap of a finger. I am that capable of it, and that means I'm definitely capable of saying things that are harmful. I know that because I've done that to people I love. I've said things to people I love that I don't see them as good people, or that I don't like them, or even that I've hated them, and I hate to admit that. But it's something that we all have to understand, is that we all are human here in this world, and I know that that girl is only human. She's only a human being. And that means she will say and do things that other people don't like, and that other people will find controversy. And I'm not saying that's okay, and I'm not excusing this girl's actions. But what I am saying is that she is a good person deep down, I want to believe. I'm not saying she is, I'm not saying she isn't. I want to believe that. All I can say is, and I don't know how many people out there in my channel are religious, I'm not sure. But I'm a firm believer in God, and I don't believe in just any sort of God. I believe that the God that I believe in is a forgiving person, a forgiving being. I believe that God is willing to forgive people for insignificant things, that if we do something that is wrong, even if it's just saying, oh, I hate you, He'll forgive us for that so long as we let Him. Because I once heard someone say at a church I used to go to that if you truly do love God, then you won't ever say, I hate you. And that's the one thing that has stuck with me the furthest beyond that church. And I would love to go back someday. I really hope that I can. But irregardless, the point is that whenever we do things and say things, we should remember that we need to take those horrible arguments and those horrible things that we say with a grain of salt. That girl, what she said, take it with a pound of salt if you have to. Just understand that she was in the heat of the moment and that she just didn't understand. And once again, Spy is correct that we need to keep it in the past. And unfortunately, people just always seem to... What I really wish was not a thing in society, but just mankind, just that mankind and just society as a whole is just so willing to feed off of the suffering of others and the falling of them. Whenever we see a celebrity that falls from fame and just grows to their level, they feel pride in that. It may not be a given pride, that it's a guilty pleasure almost, and I feel horrible for thinking that. I feel bad to thought that that's the thing in society where people love to see their idols fall to their level. And I know that because I played Valhalla. They say that people in that game, they say that people who are celebrities secretly have a desire to see those celebrities they admire as be trashed beneath them, just so they can say they're better than a celebrity. And I'm not saying everyone is like that, but what I will say is that there are times whenever people need to learn that things in the past should stay in the past. When we bring up scandals of the past, we're only bringing it back to things that hurt us. And what that basically means is that if you're going to bring something up in the past, keep it in the past. Because I still need to learn that. I still need to learn to let go of things that have been plaguing my existence since I was a 5-year-old toddler. And then it's not even an exaggeration. I have been thinking of things that have hurt me since I was a mere child. And it pains my heart to know that people do this to each other, where people will hurt each other, where people will do this such. If I had it my way, I could snap my fingers and just make everyone love each other in the entire world. But I can't do that. If I could, I most certainly would. But what I can't have is what I want the most. But what I will definitely say amongst all of this is that if you're still watching, which I see 4 viewers currently on my stream right now, and even if you are watching this back, I thank you for sticking it this far in the live stream if you have made it this far in the viewing. Because let me just say that this channel has gotten me to such a beautiful point in my life where I can feel as though that even if I don't have such a big following in the real world, I do have a wonderful following on the internet where people will say, oh, she inspired me to pick up writing, she inspired me to do good things, and she inspired me to make my own channel. And human words can never describe just how happy I am to know that you're so you're so upset about what happened to you in middle school. That's very understandable, Sailor Star. I understand that. In fact, I don't talk about it much anymore because I don't like to bring up the past, as I mentioned. Sorry about the buffering, guys. Hang on. Let me try something. I'm gonna put these in the corner. Maybe that'll fix this. Because it's saying that they're experiencing buffering. Hang on. Maybe I might have to restart the stream. Hold on 1 second. I think that's better. Yep, that's better. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties always seem to plague me, especially at 1 a.m. But what I was saying is that it's normal to not let go of something that has happened to you in the past. When we think about the past, all that we can think of is the things that we tend to think about the things that hurt us more in the past than the things that made us happy in the past. That's a common fact that I have come to know very well. And in terms of this poor girl and her incident on the internet, I feel like that it was just a bad reaction to a very bad situation. That's all. And if you guys have ever experienced that where you say or do things that you should not have done, but it was in the heat of the moment, and you just know that it's one of those things where you know nothing will be able to ever mend it. All you can do is try. It's one of those things. And I sometimes feel terrible whenever I say things that are wretched. Because, again, I will admit, I've done things and I've said things that are horrible. And just as people have done the same to me. And I wish that wasn't a thing. But what I will, however, say is that no matter what I will say is I think that everyone should remember that regardless of what you believe in, whether it be a god, a person, or just a spaghetti, whether you believe in a god, multiple gods, regardless of what you believe in, even if you believe in nothing, I want you to know that I believe in God, and I won't be pushing my belief on you people. This is coming out wrong, I'm sorry. It's 1 a.m. and I'm tired. But I will say that regardless of what anyone believes in religiously, politically, regardless, I want everyone on this channel to love each other. That's what I'm trying to say. What I want people to understand is that regardless of our differences, whether it be political views, religious views, socialist views, any sort of views that we gain or that we view in this world, we should never, ever condemn someone for believing in something differently. And even if this girl truly did believe that what she was saying was justified deep down, that's no reason to hate her. There's no reason to wish harm upon someone. Because I am a firm believer. Because I know that hatred is a word that is often a self-defined term, or it's defined by there are many definitions to it. Many people have their own viewpoints on hate. But what I believe is that if you truly hate someone, in my eyes, if I were to ever hate someone with true intent, I would want them to have harm upon them. I would want death upon them. And that's never happened. Because I am a willing person who would give up my life for anybody within the drop of a hat. If someone were to appear in front of me right now and say, if I kill someone, you can have ultimate fame, or if I kill this person, you will get to live for 1,000,000 years, or if I just kill this person, you will, I don't know. If someone were to say, oh, I want you to know that this person will die because they hate, I don't know. I will never hate someone. I just won't. Because you know why? Because I just can't. Even if you exclude the religious belief in me, which if you're an atheist or if you're not, or if you believe in something differently, I don't care. I still love you as a person. Because if I had it my way, and if this wasn't considered a very weird thing to do, I would probably go up to a random stranger who was having a bad day. I would just go up to a person who was having a bad day. Even if I didn't know them, I would look at them and say, hey, I know you're going through a lot, but listen, I would take a bullet for you even if you don't know me. Because I'm that type of person. I'm willing to jump in front of a bus for someone if it meant making them happy. Not happy per se, but if it meant making someone live a better life than me. And I just want you guys to know that no matter what, I promise you that I will, in fact, I don't know. I will hope and pray that someday I don't ever have to experience a scandal like that girl did. Because it broke my heart seeing that she had lost so many followers on her Twitch. So many people hated her within the drop of a hat of a Twitch clip. But what I will say is that you shouldn't hate someone for what they had said in the heat of a moment. Yes, what she said was despicable. What she said was horrible. I won't deny that. I will never deny something as such. What she did was really horrid, and it made even me feel bad, because I didn't even watch the stream. I just saw a clip of it. But it made me realize I can't always donate, and I can't even subscribe $8 or $5 to subscribe to this person on Twitch whenever they really need the money, and I feel bad. But the reality is that no matter what, you should never feel bad for not being able to take care of someone else. When you think about it, you guys gotta realize that you gotta think of yourself first. That's a lesson I gotta still learn. I still gotta learn that. And I don't even think I ever will. When it comes down to it, I don't think I'll ever learn the true lesson of, oh, don't take care of other people before yourself. I think I'll always be taking care of other people before myself. In fact, Lately, it's been driving me up the freaking wall that I have not been able to complete my stories. I have been tearing myself apart over it. In fact, my most recent story, the Serpentis story I made, wasn't even made by me, honestly. It was made more or less by my friend Nathaniel. He helped me through every step of the way. I was torn apart, like, how do I make this dude give me an idea for Cherry Bomb's blackmail material? And he's like, what if you do this? And I'm like, oh my god, you are a genius. Was up a wall for like I think 2 or 3, like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 weeks working on that story, and I just couldn't do it. I was so torn up on how to make it work, and I couldn't do it. And I felt horrible because I thought to myself, why am I unable to write this story without going to help? I felt terrible. I felt as though I had failed you guys. I felt as though that I wasn't really working for, I don't know. And sometimes it feels as though I'm not even writing for myself anymore. Sometimes I feel as though I'm writing just to make other people happy, which is true. But sometimes I forget to write a story that's just for me. And people tend to get confused reactions whenever I write a story that's a sort of reference to myself. For example, in the Doctor Strange office love story, I quoted that the reader was a country person who moved from Texas up to New York. And I said on how that person loved country music and how they also enjoyed other things amongst country music, such as rodeos and Comic-Con. And I'm not saying that, I won't lie, that story was heavily based off of myself. I wrote that story based on my views of country music, which it's okay if you don't like country music, by the way, but like when someone once said, oh, I don't even like country music, yet I still read this story, I'm like, yeah, well, I make that story more or less for myself, and I sometimes need to learn that I need to write for myself, not just for everyone else, because there's a quote that I always heard, which is, don't burn yourself alive trying to keep others warm, and that's a very good point. But what I will say is that, regardless of what other people think, I feel bad for this girl who went through such a terrible controversy on her Twitch. I feel bad for her because the poor girl is getting nothing but backlash all over YouTube, all over Twitch, all over Twitter, everywhere. And it's understandable that she feels horrible. I understand that after any such ordeal, people would feel bad, people would feel uncomfortable, people would not like looking at themselves and think, what have I done to my community? What have I done and why did I do it? And they know that it was just an fleeting moment of panic and passion. And I feel bad for her. And I even messaged this girl on Twitch. I tracked her down because I saw the clip on Twitter, but then I tracked her down further on the internet, and after I finally found her, I decided, you know what, I think that I should do something about this. I definitely think I should. And what I did was I not only deleted my tweet about this girl, where I called her horrible names, but I also messaged her on Instagram saying, hello, I just want you to know that I will be praying for you, that I will tell you that while you may have done some unforgivable things, I hope that people will eventually see that beautiful soul once again. Because I think that she's a beautiful girl both inside and out if she wants to be. It's the same concept with someone else I know of. And she reminded me of a girl that I know of. I'm not going to say her name. I'm just going to call her... Oh, what's a good fake name? Let's call her Ashley just to kind of keep it safe. But Ashley tends to not really see just how toxic she can be, I believe. Because me and Ashley knew each other back in freshman year of high school, and to be honest, I don't really appreciate that. If I could have, I would have avoided all contact with her, but I knew that it was probably for the better that I knew her. Because it put me through an experience that taught me a lesson. And sometimes I think about the very moment that I saw her, that I talked to her for the first time and said, hello, how are you? It's nice to meet you. I'm Gloria. It felt weird to talk to her at first, but I slowly grew comfortable. And I don't know if that was a mistake or not. I still don't know. But this Ashley girl slowly but surely we became close friends. We became very close, we became very good friends, and we would talk forever on Snapchat. We would call each other all the time in a group chat with our other friends, and my mom would always guide her through panic attacks that she had. And a part of me still even wonders if those panic attacks were even real. A part of me wonders, was the entire relationship that we had as friends real? I wonder to myself, was it real? And it's the same here. Was this Twitch girl being real with her fans when she apologized? Was she right? And was she, in a weird sense, real with her fans whenever she apologized? It's that sort of thing. But I feel as though that girl, both Ashley and this Twitch girl, were at some point real. But I just hope and pray that both of them see a better light or life, or even if you're not religious, I hope that you do get a better, not, I don't know how to put it. It's hard to say it out loud because I have these complicated feelings, and putting complicated feelings into words is not always easy. But what I will say is, I do hope that you guys take what I say into meaning whenever I say that the past is the past. And whenever someone does something that seems unforgivable, think of it through their perspective. It sounds cliche and it sounds easy to do, so then try it. Don't do it, just give it a try. I'm not, because they always say, oh, there is no try, do it. But I think that it may be the other way around, where there is no major do it, just try. You gotta try it before you do it. And when someone treats you horribly, think of it through their perspective. Excuse me. But there are times whenever they won't necessarily act correct. There are times whenever they won't necessarily act good. But what I will say is that people just seem to get in a fleeting moment of panic, and I'm talking in circles, I know. I don't even know how to end this point of conversation to move on to the 3200, but what I will leave you guys with before we move on is this much. Because I'm not sure how long this live stream is going to be. I might do something else after. Thank you guys for 3200, but what I will say is, you guys have changed me a lot over these past couple of years that I've been doing YouTube. In fact, hang on, let me look at how long I've even been doing it, because now I'm curious, because, my god, I don't know if you want to count my very first video as my very first experience with YouTube, or if you want to consider something else. I don't know. But what I will, however, say is that I don't know, maybe it's just me being all crazy, but I don't know. I do hope that you guys do believe me whenever I say that. I do believe that all of you do have wonderful chances and gifts to be a good person. I know that all of you can be good people. I know that all of you in the world have a beautiful gift inside of you. And again, no matter who you are in this world, no matter what you believe in, whether it's religiously, whether it's politically, whether it's like economically, no matter what your viewpoint is, I like to believe that you do have the basic potential to do nothing but good. I really want to believe that everyone out there is a beautiful gift to be able to spread nothing but joy in the world and cause wonderful things and just, be good people. And now that I'm looking on it, my oldest video is 5 years old. And that was so many years ago. If I'm doing basic math, I was probably in elementary, maybe even early middle school even. That's insane. Because I'm in 12th grade now, so I believe in 6th grade, yeah. Actually, no. 7th grade, yeah. So 7th grade, I made this YouTube channel, and I finally posted something on it. And I even remember I was very hesitant about posting a video on my YouTube channel the very first time I got it, and made it, because I had one previously before this one that I now use only for video watching. Because it's such an old channel that I don't use it anymore. I don't really think about it, and I only ever think about it once in a while whenever I hop on there. But my god, the first written story was The Dark Story of Shadow Amy Part 1, and That was so many years ago. And it blows my mind at the thought. Like, I don't know. It's wonderful, though, to think that I've come this far with my life. But I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that I made it this far. I'm happy to know, like, hey, I made it this far with my channel. People can meet a good person if they just try. Yes, I agree, Sailor Star. I definitely agree. And I guess that to end that whole point about the Twitch girl on there, I know I didn't even finish my stupid Ashley story, but again, please forgive me for this because it's 1:34 a.m. and I still have yet to get any sleep. So I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. I really don't. But I do hope that you guys believe me whenever I say don't judge a book by its cover right away. Yes, it's okay to make judgments and assumptions at first, but get to know the person behind the mask or behind the camera before you say such things. If you find someone who is saying horrible, like if you, for example, if you go through what I went through, where you find a clip of a girl on Twitch where she's saying horrible things, before you do everything you can to spread hate, think about it for a second. Think about it not only from their perspective, but dig deeper into their social media. Find out what they're like, because that's what I did with this girl. I dig deeper into her social media. I even watched a tiny bit of one of her Twitch streams in a clip, and she seems so pleasant. She seems like a really sweet girl. And I want you guys to do the same thing, where if you come across someone who does not at all seem like a good person, who does not even seem remotely likable, before you make judgments, before you make assumptions, look closer at that person. And if you can, find one good quality about that person before anything else. Because that could be very important. Because I've judged a book by its cover before even knowing that book like so many times. Before I met my crush, I thought he was mean. I thought he was a really bad person. Not bad person, but I used to think he was, as a kid, I always called him a meanie person. I always called him a meanie, a jerk, or whatever. You know what kids say whenever they're in 5th grade, but you know. Because I've known him since 5th grade, I'm now in 12, so I've known him for now, like, looks like 7 years almost on how long it's been. But it blows my mind at the door that I can be that confident in saying that now that I've gotten to know that person so much without judging them. I have, however, gained a big trust in that person. In fact, they're the first person I go to now that I have a panic attack. They're the first person I go to for everything, and I'm very honored to say that I have such support. And I guess to end it there, we're gonna segue over into another topic of conversation. My 3,200 subscribers. I know that this is an unorthodox time to talk about it, but I really could not thank you guys enough for it. I really cannot understand it, because I'm looking at the Loki You Look Ravishing video. That is 24,000 subscribers for 24,000 views. And my god, it's actually almost close to 25,000. And, oh god, I cannot. It even has 103 comments. What is this? I'm looking at it now, and I've hearted almost all of them. I've hearted almost every single comment. That is 103 comments. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I'm very honored to think that. I don't know, it's just beautiful to know, like, wow, people really do enjoy this stuff. And I'm sorry I have to make a TikTok about makeup. I'll definitely be back. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, Greg Catholic. Go ahead. Send me the TikTok feel free to send me the TikTok at some point. If you can't, if you're still here, send me the TikTok name that you go by, and then I can check it out. But if not, then comment it on the video, please, whenever this gets posted. But yes, please tell me what the TikTok is. I would love to see it. But I just want people to know that this support that you guys have given me never goes unnoticed. It's beautiful, and I adore every bit of it. And no amount of words can describe, like, oh my god, I love it. I truly cannot describe it, because 103 comments, my god. And it's beautiful to know that I have such a sweet, sweet support system. I have so many people willing to be here for me on times of need. I have so many people here who are so kind, so considerate, people who are so willing to give me love and attention where I have been denied it for most of my life. Because for the majority of my life, I have never been looked at as a beautiful or as good looking or as a good person by some. Some people just don't like me. Some people don't like me at all. Some people may even hate me. My name is Obub. So thank you so much, Greg Kathleen. I shall leave my, I will follow you, and I will, hopefully you can see my TikTok. But yes, thank you so much for your TikTok. I will follow you now. But oh my goodness, like, someone even followed me on TikTok and hearted all my comments. But, you know, all of the support I've gained via the internet is just so wonderful, and I can never describe just how much it means and how it never goes unnoticed. And all I can say is thank you guys, because yeah, it just is a beautiful thing. People are always giving me nothing but support, and I don't know, it's wonderful. And I don't know. But all I can say is, guys, is that I hope that all of you know that no matter what, I hope that every single one of you understand that you all have changed my life. And if you're still here, I thank you, because that shows true dedication right there, because you guys are so sweet, and you don't have to waste your nights talking or being here with me. You really don't. Yet you all do. And while I sadly can't work on any stories tonight, I will, however, do one thing. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a book on my Wattpad page. Follow me around the room with this, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up a Word document here. I'm gonna switch over to screen share in just a moment. But this notepad is going to be different than what you think. But let's see here. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch over to screen share. Let's see. Monitor capture. There we go. Okay. So, this is what I need your guys' help with. I need your guys' help with one thing. I want to do a book on my Wattpad page where it is simply put just a basic, it's basically just a book that is poetry. Not just any poetry, but like poetry that is basically for you guys. What I want to do, and I don't know how often I'll do this. I don't know if I'm ever going to do this again. I don't know. But I want to try it. I don't know if, I'm gonna, okay, since they're the most active in the chat, I'm gonna go with these two people, or maybe perhaps one. Actually, no, maybe I should try something else. Okay. I'm trying to think here, because it's really late. It's almost 2 o'clock. I think what I'm gonna do is, guys, I want you to give me a word, any word. It could be not an object. I'll play that role. Just give me a word that is that describes an emotion, like an emotional word, such as passionate or affectionate. Give me a word like that, because this is gonna be important. Because what I want to do is I want to take someone who shows me a word that describes an emotion. So if you got an idea for a word that describes an emotion, type it in the chat. And if you're lucky, I might pick you. because what I want to do is I want to test my poetry skills. So to thank you guys for 3,200 subscribers, I'm going to do another video of this or another live stream of this tomorrow morning or tomorrow as soon as I can. It may take a while though because I got a lot going on tomorrow. But anyway, what I want you guys to do is I want you to give me a poetry, or not poetry, a word that describes an emotion. And I will make a poem out of one word that I select. If you guys want to participate this, you can. If not, I understand. If you can't do it, I will probably look up a random word on the dictionary that describes an emotion. But if you guys want any ideas, submit them now, because I really want to show you guys my support, and I'm gonna start. And if you also want, I can also show, because I'm gonna post this on Wattpad as well. This isn't even just a YouTube thing. No, this is gonna be on Wattpad. I'm gonna make a book for it on Wattpad that says, "Oh hey, these are people. It's dead in emotion." Greg, would you mind if we change it to maybe lifeless? Love. Maybe, alright, maybe love can work. I think love can definitely work. That works perfectly. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is, so let's start, you pick the word, or you did the, actually let's do both, love and dead. I like that. That can work. We can do that. We can do that. So, Greg Heffley and Sailor Star, you both are the people I selected. Both of you get your words featured in the poem, and later on, after I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna post the book or post the poem on Wattpad and shout you both out on YouTube. Does that sound okay? Do you want the shout out, or do you just want it to be left alone? Because it's up to you guys. Because if you want a shout out to shout, I'll most certainly do it. But if you don't, then I understand. While you guys are telling me, I will, however, do start on the poem. Let's call it. Actually, I got one title. Oh no, Greg, I was going to give you a shout out to your, actually, you know what? If you want, Greg, I can give you a shout out to your TikTok page and just say, hey, if you like this, if you like this, then go follow this person's TikTok. Because I know most people don't have a Wattpad on my channel, because whenever I only have, I believe, 600 viewers on my YouTube, on my Wattpad, because I have 600 followers on Wattpad, so this will still get a lot of attention. So I do hope that this gets you some traffic, Greg. I'm sorry, it's very late, I can't talk. Okay, so let's start here. Dead love is bitter, like coffee. Try this. My God, I can't type. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna do a poem that doesn't necessarily rhyme. That'll make it more serious, but more cool, I guess. You're really sweet to do that. Thank you, Sailor Star. That's very sweet of you. If I'm being honest, maybe the reason why I wanted to do this so much is because I just really want the fans to have as much attention as I have. In fact, I just got an idea. Perhaps I can do this in the newest other people's story video, where I take a story that someone requests, or take a poem, or perhaps feature other people's poetry on the channel, perhaps. I'm not sure. I gotta make this quick because I really gotta go to bed. You guys are probably screaming at me like, go to freaking bed. And I'm like, I fucking know I gotta go to bed. So I gotta curse, but I gotta throw that in there. Gotta drop the F-bombs on it. Doesn't make it for kids, but you know. Let me think here. Shit. Okay, dead love is better, like coffee. Dead love is sour, like a warhead. It means to me, that of which I have lost. Hmm. Pardon me bringing professional neon into the mic, but I can't help it. What's funny is I didn't even realize I was doing that until after I did it, so. Sorry. Okay, so let's go over this. Dead love is bitter, like coffee. Dead love is sour, like a warhead. It means to me, that of which I have lost. I have paid the price of loving someone too deeply. I have suffered that suffer by being too dependent on them. Yet here I go again, repeating that mistake. Dead love is which of. So is that of which where we fall for those who leave. Dead love doesn't just mean someone passes on. It means that of which we pardon me. I'm probably making you all very tired now, but you know, 'tis the curse. I love it. Thank you, Sailor Star. I should have probably made this clear, but I tend to really do that a lot where I don't seem to, I don't know, I don't really seem to understand the fact that that I'm probably making someone very sleepy by doing that, but I can't help it. But I should mention, my TikToks tend to be very, very, dark whenever it comes down to it, but you know, I don't know. Alright, let me see here. Okay. It means that of which we bury our trust into someone. Ooh, I just thought of a line that I wanted to use for a poem. I just got it. Mind doing dark drawing right now? I understand, so sorry. I don't mean if you're drawing a dark image or if you're just drawing in the dark. I'm not sure, but I have made very dark drawings myself, if we're being totally honest, because, I don't even know if I'm gonna even fully remember the slideshow tomorrow morning because, it's very late. It's already 1:54 in the morning, so thank you for following me, slide. Thank you, Greg, for your kind words. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Although, don't take this the wrong way, but you shouldn't be so honored by having someone like me follow you because I know I always tend to talk down to myself on this channel. That's a common thing I do. But I really don't see myself as famous. I really don't. I don't see myself, or not famous, but popular. Yes, I will admit that many people see me as a very, not necessarily, some people probably do idolize me, and some people probably do think I'm very annoying, but what I will say is that I try to do my best whenever someone gives, I don't know how to put it. You have dyslexia. Oh wow. So you're like the odd ones out. You can draw, but you can't read. I get that. I'm the opposite. But in terms of having someone popular follow you, I understand that people have sort of done the same for me, such as my fan artists all over. A lot of them tend to follow me whenever I don't expect it, and I'm like, oh wow, you drew this for me. I'm so honored. But thank you so much for your kind words, Greg. Thank you. I'm happy to know that I made you happy. That's all that matters to me. Oh crap! It showed us a typo. Good thing I caught that. How does that spell? Hang on. Gotta look this up. I'm honored because you know, usually people push me down to follow more popular people. Oh, Greg, sorry for the language, but fuck those people who push you down, because you seem very, very sweet as a person. And on top of that, I saw your TikTok. I couldn't hear it because my phone is turned all the way down because typically speaking, I normally have the chat going on my phone, but at the moment it's more slow so I can look at my poetry. However, I will say thank you so much for your kind words. But in terms of other people, fuck them, because here's some words of wisdom. You're going to be always living with your own opinions before anybody else. You're always going to live with your own opinions more than anybody else. Because someday, those people who push you down, they're going to disappear. They're going to leave off to their own lives. And it's up to you on whether or not you let those words affect you. I know it sounds simple, and I know that sounds easy, and I know it's not that simple, and it's not that easy. But what I will say is that I can promise you that if you learn to love yourself, you will learn to block out those people. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna try something here. Just stick with me for a minute. No. Not doing that. Okay, let's see. Just trust me on this. I know what I'm doing. Let me think. What was I doing? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here you go, Greg. I'm going to post this in the chat for you. You don't have to watch it now. In fact, I just realized I could probably have sent that to your TikTok. Probably should have. But if you want to go take a look at that video, or I'm assuming you're on your phone. So perhaps just I'll send it to you if you're on your phone and you're on your computer. I will send it to you on your TikTok when we're done with here. When we're done with this, so you don't have to click on it now if you don't believe. But you still uncomfortable with your other brother because of what he did to me. That's understandable, said the star. I'm very sorry to hear that you feel uncomfortable around people such as your brother. I understand that, actually. I've been through such emotions myself. I won't go into specifics because it's a very sad tale, but I do understand that it feels uncomfortable being around people who supposedly act nice or whatever, but I understand. You don't have to explain the detail, but just understand that especially because I don't want you to say anything that can get you into trouble. Especially because if you are in harm, I might have to say something about it. But yeah, I just hope that you understand that someday I do hope you can get over that uncomfortable feeling, and I hope that someday you can learn to not necessarily open up to him, but open up to somebody about it. But if you ever need someone to talk to, though, Sailor Star, you are more than welcome to come to me, because I try my best whenever it comes to helping others. So Also, I just want to say, one thing that I really miss about the old YouTube was the inbox and messaging app, or part of YouTube. But I think they took that away because it felt too similar to Facebook or something. If there was such a chatting feature, I definitely would invite you to chat, but unfortunately not. Okay, so let's see what we have so far. I think I can end the poem here. Ooh, I got an idea. There we go. Okay, so just for the new people who are trickling in and leaving, or people who are just passing through, just for some context, Sailor Star and Greg Heffley, they had said that I had asked people in the chat to send me 2 words or a word that is sort of emotion, and Greg Heffley had said dead as an emotion, and Sailor Star said love. So I decided to combine the 2 into dead love. And I'm gonna put down your names just so I can remember. Okay. Oh. Okay. I think we're back. That happens every now and then where my connection will crap and whatnot. I apologize for that hiccup on the stream, but thankfully it didn't crash on the YouTube app, so we're still good. Okay, so we're gonna read this poem, and then I'm gonna put your names, Sailor Star and Craig Heffley. I don't know why the 0 on. I know that is a 0 that you put in the chat, by the way, Bubbles, but for some reason this is 0 and that is O. Very stupid font thing, but I'm not the one who made that. Also, I just realized I screwed that up. Okay. So, I think that this poem is ready to publish tomorrow morning whenever I wake up, and then we're gonna end the stream here. So let's end it off with a bittersweet poem called Dead Love, written by Sailor Star, Greg Heffley, and Bantam Rider. Okay? Here we go. Dead love is bitter, like coffee. Dead love is sour, like a warhead. It means to me that of which I have lost. I have paid the price deeply of loving someone too deeply. I have suffered that supper of being too dependent on them. Yet here I go again, repeating that mistake. Dead love is that of which where we fall for those who leave. Dead love doesn't just mean someone who passes on. It means that of which where we bury our trust in someone. Dead love is full of regrets. In between, I intervene both dead love and dead hatred. I think that is perfect. Okay. So we're going to save this. Perhaps we should create a new folder. actually. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, the poem is done. So, I suppose now is the time to end this live stream because it is 2:04 in the morning, as I'm sure you guys can see here. It's very embarrassing. I've stayed up this late just talking. But yes, I am very happy for the people who have joined here today. It is very sweet of you guys to do that because this live stream started at 1. Now it's been an hour long. Hard to believe. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining this live stream. I'm so sorry that it's been random ramblings about Twitch girls and people who I know of in the past and about the past. It's all very jumbled up, and I don't even know if I'm gonna. Well, I do hope I can keep this up, but people can be very confused in the comments. They're gonna be like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "Listen, I was very tired. I was emotional, so stick with me there. And if you don't understand, that's okay. Just I don't know." But yes, thank you all so very much for joining in on this live stream. I hope that you all are staying safe in your homes in quarantine, and that you're washing your hands, and that you're not touching all the things. You're not touching everything on the floor. You're not licking the floor and like being all gross. Have a great rest of your morning. Thank you so much, Greg Kefley. But I do hope that all of you did have a blessed night, and that all of you have a blessed day, evening, whatever it is where you are, whether you're watching it now live or whether you're watching it later on. Have a blessed night or day or whatever it may be in your time zone, and I hope that all of you certainly do have a beautiful day, night, wherever you are, and please stay safe and especially wash your hands, and make sure that all of you stay safe. And Greg Kefley and Sailor Star, I will be posting this on my Wattpad on a notebook tomorrow on my Wattpad. And I will also make a separate YouTube video about it if possible. I would love to do that, especially because I lack the confidence right now to make a video. So I think that would be perfect. So, Oh, God, I'm so sorry, White Paint. You came at just the wrong time. I was just ending it. I'm so sorry. I'm just about to end the live stream, but White Paint, in case... Okay, before we go, I think I'm going to do something where I just talk about White Paint. Go follow White Paint on YouTube, everyone, because she's made stellar fan art for me. In fact, before we go, I'm going to show you the fan art that she's made me. She has made a beautiful fan art, and that is this right here. I should probably put that to... No, blush. We should probably put that to full opacity. There it is. This is the fan art that White Paint had made for me a couple of years ago. And yes, we're doing this right now, White Paint. Deal with it. But I want you guys to go check her YouTube channel out. Go check out her Twitter, everything, because she's absolutely stellar. She's a wonderful artist. And I hope all of you definitely do check her out because she's a gorgeous artist. And I'm really sorry to end the live stream there. But I think it's nice that we ended on a piece of fan art. But yes, White Paint, I hope that you have a blessed day, because I know it's daytime where you're at. I know your time zone. But yes, thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you all very much for coming along. And even if it was shorter visits for some and longer visits for others, thank you all so very much. It's beautiful being here. I love you all so very much. And as always, stay safe. I love you in this Venom Rider, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye.